Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So we're just going to jump straight into this emerald smoky eye. First things first is my brows. I'm going to do those off of camera. If you want a tutorial, just let me know in the comments down below. We're going to go into the Urban Decay Vice palette and take this transition shade, it's a light cream color, and just buff it on the crease or all over the crease just to set a base down. It doesn't have to be neat, you can be sloppy, whatever, it doesn't matter. Then we're going to go in with this darker shade. It's kind of like a mocha color, and then we're going to take that and not all over the crease, but you know, right up under it. You don't want to be messy, but it doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to be OCD about it, you know. So just buff that in. I don't know what it is about this palette, but I think the shades are kind of hard to blend in, but I did the best I could with them. We're gonna take the Jaclyn Morphe palette and take this darker, it's just a darker brown. I'm just building up so we can have a good base for the emerald green that we're going to be using, because you don't want to go immediately in with a dark color because it's going to be messy, which it still ends up being messy, but we have to start somewhere. Then we're going to take this darker, it looks like a pukey color, and we're going to just start on the outer corner and just start buffing that in again, kind of in the same spot. Just blend that in. Now we're going to take the color that is a little bit lighter than that one that we just took, and we're going to take that and buff it kind of right up above where we put those other colors. This is going to ensure that we have a good place to blend out the emerald green. Now we're going to take this really dark emerald green and start putting it on the very outer corner, and start buffing that in. Use a little at a time. You don't have to dip the whole brush in there. Use a little at a time, that way you're not using too much, because the more you put at one time, the harder it's going to be to blend out. But these shadows, they're easy to work with. And just buffing that out with a fluffy brush, just blending everything, make sure there's no harsh lines. It looks a little rough, but it'll get better, I promise. Trust the process. We're going to take the same color and put it on the inner corner because we want to make it look like a halo effect. So we're leaving the middle part blank, and we're going to take Neutrogena Make It White, whatever kind of Make It Wipes you have, and just cut out the outer part of your, you know, where it's messy. We're just cleaning it up a little bit here. And we're going to take the matte I think it's Paint Pot, I'm not sure. I'll put all the products in the description below. But we're going to take that and put it on the middle part of our eyelid where we didn't put any product. And we're just going to put a couple of layers of this concealer and yeah. And I like to put 2 layers. You don't have to do 2, but I want it to be really pigmented. And I don't have any setting spray right now, so that's what I'm using. We're going to take the shimmer right next to the dark green and pat it on with a flat brush. Don't rub it because it'll take away the pigmentation, but pat it on where you put the concealer. Add a couple of layers of that. And now we're gonna buff all that out where all the harsh edges are with the same dark green. So we're recreating the crease. Just keep working with it until you're satisfied. It took me a while. And then we're going in with this teal shimmer, and it's going on the very center with any flat brush. I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up again because I got it messy. And now we're going in with the Hourglass foundation and the Matte Fit Me. I'm sorry, the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. And I mixed these because the Hourglass is too light and my Maybelline is too dark. So I'm just mixing these two together. Now I'm buffing it out with a Morphe flat brush. I'll link everything in the description. I can't name it off the top of my head, but I'm just buffing all that in circular motion so that it blends together the two colors. Now we're taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, putting that under my eyes, on my nose, my chin, my cupid's bow, and my forehead. And then I'm going to blend that out with a sponge. By the way, I bought this particular sponge in a 3-pack at Walmart. It was like $10, but they literally look just like beauty blenders and they work the exact same way. So you don't need to spend 20 bucks on a beauty blender. You can get them for $7, cheaper than that. You can even get them for like $2, I think. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier setting powder and I'm going to set my under eyes and everywhere else that I put the concealer. I like to put it in my smile lines too because they crease really bad. Now I'm going to let that set and I'm going to wipe it off with just any clean fluffy brush. Now I'm going to take this Nars Bronzing and Highlighting palette and I'm going to take both of the bronzing shades and bronze my face. Now I'm going to take this blush by Smashbox and I'm going to put it on with a fan brush. I've recently been seeing where people use a fan brush and honestly it works a lot better than a blush brush. So try that out if you haven't already. Now I'm going to take the golden shade and put it on my cheekbones for a highlight shade and take the Lilly lashes in Miami. And this is the final look. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys in my next video.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.